Glasses, yeah. I kind of did this a bit later in the day. I was originally gonna do it, but then I was like, nah. I'll wait until after the haircut and show you all the thing. Oh wait. Got all the hair I'm gonna need. It's like there's that much. So this is how much hair I'm gonna donate. Like, yeah, this is how much they kind of cut off. They are all kind of like almost different lengths. Like this one's the longest, and like this one's like kind of like the shortest, but it's also like the thickest. I mean, because it's like this side was I wanted this side to be really short, so I kind of like did that one in really tight, and then because I wanted this one a bit longer, they were able to do it a little bit further out. Also, it looks really cool. Like, look at that hair. All that hair together. It looks really freaking cool. I don't know. I'm putting it. Yeah, I'll put it back in my bag. But yeah, haircut all off. Yes, and donating it. And I'm really glad the walk home frizzled it all up because they did thin the hair. And like, I have really thick hair, and I kind of like the thick hair. Well, I used to hate it, but after growing it out for what is basically 3 years, kind of grew to love it, and I also kind of knew how to take care of it and weight it and bow me. Meaning when they thinned all out, it was immediately sitting flat like that, and they deliberately made it so it was sitting flat like, it was like sitting a lot more flat, whereas wettiness means I can do that and actually make it look rounded out. So that's good at least, because yeah, otherwise that would have sucked if I couldn't do that. I would have just probably continued wearing a hat until my hair could do that, basically. But yeah, look at it, it's really nice. Feels really cool. Last time I said I was going to keep my hair short like this, and I didn't, because I couldn't be bothered bringing up and getting another appointment with hair, but honestly, I think I'm confident enough that, like, I wasn't confident enough to do this big a chop, because, like, how much it is, but I think I'm actually confident enough that I'll probably maintain at least that side, keeping it fairly reasonably short. Like, that probably will grow out a lot, but, like, keeping that short, I'll probably, like, maintain a bit. So, might stay this way, either that or who knows. See you and be back here in 3 years' time. Me doing my hair to Cancer Foundation again, which is not a bad thing, but also will be an interesting thing. It's like I'll cut all my hair off periodically, like nearly every 3 years, just as a thing of like, oh, grow out nice and long and luscious, and then summer hits on the 3rd year, and I'm like, I can't do this anymore. Cut it all off. But yeah, so this is my hair. It's cool. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get into Revelation. Yeah, I'm still upstairs. It's air conditioning. What do you want from me? Oh my goodness. Okay, so yeah, it looks a lot. I'm able to do. Yeah, it looks a lot better now. It was kind of a bit. And to be fair, it was kind of a bit wet in there. So I'm able to do that. Oh yeah, that's looking. Yeah. Anyway, sorry, I try and stop playing with it now. Anyway, chapter 14, the Revelation of John, 14. Let's do it. The Lamb and the 144,000. And then I looked, and behold, on Mount Zion stood the Lamb, and with him the 144,000, who had his name and his Father's name written on their foreheads. And I heard a voice from heaven like a roar of many waters, and the sound of loud thunder. The voice I heard was like the sound of the harpists playing on their harps, and they were singing a new song before the throne, before all the living creatures, and before the elders. No one could learn that song except the 144,000 who had been redeemed from the earth. It is these who were not defiled, who have not defiled themselves with women, for they are virgins. It is these who follow the Lamb wherever he goes. These have been redeemed from mankind as the first fruits for God and the Lamb, and in their mouth no lie was found, for they are blameless. Okay, so that means that it sounds like they were redeemed from Earth afterwards, so it means not everyone's doomed to stay on Earth, which is nice. Yay. Because I was kind of concerned to remember that, because I'm like, I don't know when that's going to happen. Like, what if it already have happened? How do you even apply that? Like, but also 141,000 is not many people. So does that mean the Revelation, nope. The thing where people fly up, that actually be noticeable? I feel like it would be bad if that was noticeable. Maybe it wouldn't be. I don't know. Anyway, the messages of the three angels. And then I saw another angel flying directly overhead with an eternal gospel to proclaim to those who dwell on earth, to every nation and tribe and language and people. And he said with a loud voice, "Fear God and give him glory, because the hour of his judgment has come, and worship him who made heaven, and earth, and the sea, and the springs of water." Another angel, a second, followed, saying, "Fallen, fallen is Babylon the Great, she who made nations drink the wine of passion of her sexual immorality." Another angel, a third, followed them, saying in a loud voice, "If anyone worships the beast and its image, and receives a mark on his forehead or on his hand, he will also drink the wine of God's wrath, poured full strength into the cup of his anger, and he will be tormented with fire and sulfur in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment goes up forever and ever, and they have no rest, day and night, these worshippers of the beast and its image, and who receives the mark and its name. Here is the call for endurance of the saints who keep the commandments of God and their faith in Jesus. Okay, so I suppose there is more of a saying of like not, basically I suppose there'll be more of a dichotomy. Those who are Christian and like are the saints, and those who are not, which is more the thing of like, will you be marked by devil? Marked by the beast. So like I think so it's like not necessarily the whole earth, but it'd be most of the earth. So like it's more defining those differences a bit more. So yeah, making me feel a bit better about that last chapter because anyway, but yeah, just keeping the gospel. That's not hard at all. Here, yep. And I heard a voice from heaven saying, "Write this, blessed are the dead who die in the Lord from now on. Blessed indeed, says the Spirit, that they may rest from their labors, for their deeds follow them. The harvest of the earth." And I looked, and behold, a white cloud, and seated on the cloud, one like a son of man, with a golden crown on his head and a sharp sickle in his hand. And another angel came out of the temple, calling with a loud voice to him who sat on the cloud, "Put in your sickle and reap, for the hour to reap has come, for the harvest on the earth is fully ripe." So he sat on the cloud and swung his sickle across the earth, and the earth was reaped. And another angel came out from the temple of heaven, and he too had a sharp sickle. And another angel came out from the altar, and the angel had authority over the fire. And he called in a loud voice to the one who had the sharp sickle, Put in your sickle, and gather the clusters from the vine of the earth, for its grapes are ripe." So the angel swung his sickle across the earth and gathered the grape harvest from the earth, and threw it into the grain winepress of the wrath of God. And the winepress was trodden outside the city, and blood flowed from the winepress as high as the horse's bridle, for 1,600 stadia. There's a little note there saying about 184 miles. A stallion was about 600 feet, or 185 meters. So like, it's a larger measure of a stallion, which is about Stallion? Yeah, so 180 meters. Yeah, it's a really big wine press, and it has people in it. Like, I wasn't sure whether because it was the wrath of God, the bloody remains of the victims were put in there. But then the fact that it's bleeding blood implies that the people in there were still bleeding and alive, therefore they're being punished, which means it was the abusers, but they're the one drinking. I don't know. Like, part of me was like, oh, the victims. Bodies. Very careful. Bodies are going in there, and that because all their anger and anguish and their fleshy desires to get retribution. That is not unholy retribution against those, but it's like, oh, but because you were victimized and stuff, and I will be Christ inside, and it'll bring you wine that can be the wrath of God. I don't know. That and Babylon popped up. And it's a real place and city, but in my mind, it is also America. I am not going to elaborate. Yeah, so that was chapter 14. Really good. And yes, I know I said, yeah, it was supposed to be Friday, but yes, I did prove to you I have cut my hair for charity. Look at it. It's all cut. Oh, just a quick reminder, because I did notice a lot of people are now watching my videos. Well, not less. Ooh, they have gone down, which is nice, but I'm going to just remind you anyway. I use they, them pronouns. Yee! Just so you're aware, because I also have gotten a greater number of subscribers. I don't know if they're watching, but they're definitely there, because like it was over 20 last time I looked. I'm like, if you're still watching, yeah, just they, them pronouns. Thank you very much. Bye. Wait, I should probably correct people. Are people using the right ones? I have no idea. I will check that, because if they aren't, I will correct them. That is something I should do.